The Jacksonville Sheriff's Office has set up barricades outside the courthouse a few hours before, but I'm going to take you into this just a little bit here. You can hear chanting has started. I also want to give you some reaction from the family of Ahmaud Arbery. They were sitting right in front of me as that verdict was read. You were inside your apartment when this all happened, so I'm just going to have you tell me, what did you witness and what did you hear?
Well, it all started when I was watching the news.
Are you still living or do you have property here in Jacksonville?
So, you know, as you look at state law, back in 2013, state law changed. There's multiple sheriffs around the state that do not live in the county in which they serve. And so currently I do not live in Jacksonville.
Ahmaud Arbery's mother mouthed a silent prayer right before the verdict was read. I'm going to step aside so you can kind of see what's going on. We just got up here about 10 minutes ago, and you can see that crime scene tape. JSO just put that up. The people doing that delivering, they say they don't feel safe and they're being forced to choose between their livelihoods and their health. We're told by JSO that officer was not shot, but again, that suspect is in the hospital. I'm going to step aside so you can see this very active scene here behind me. Ahmaud Arbery's parents say the irony isn't lost on them that their son was killed on a public street in this community. Now, a street in the same community is named after him. It's a day Ahmaud Arbery's parents say they never imagined.
I knew Ahmaud would be great as a child, but I didn't think that he would be great as of this measures.
City leaders renaming the entire length of Albany Street in downtown Brunswick after Arbery Tuesday.
They will be installed as a legacy and a remembrance, designated as the honorary Ahmaud Arbery Street.
The street is home to the now iconic mural of Arbery.
This is the city where the tragedy happened at, and for them to honor Ahmaud in this way was huge.
It gave my son life. When I pull that sign down, I just think about his whole life. Every time I look at that sign, me and my family, we just gonna have to think about his life.
Lee Merritt, Arbery's mother's attorney, says it symbolizes healing for this community.
It means that they want to preserve his legacy, but it also is an acknowledgement that the city had a role in this, both as victim and victimizer, because it was Glenn County officers, as I mentioned, who empowered these men, these vigilantes, to go after Ahmaud in the first place. So to see the city begin to take steps to begin to try to rectify that, it means the world to me.
Arbery's mother, Wanda Cooper Jones, says now that the family has justice, they want his name to serve as a reminder.
It's very, very important that Ahmaud left at a very young age of 25. And my hope and dreams are that Ahmaud's legacy will last forever.
A sign his name won't be forgotten. Ahmaud Arbery's parents say the fight is not over, though. They have their sights set on former district attorney out here in Glenn County, Jackie Johnson. She was indicted on charges for how she handled the case from the start. No court date has been set yet in that case. Hundreds gathered in front of the courthouse Saturday. Yes! Different ages.
So we yelling for George Floyd and the rest of the people who died.
And different races.
Black lives?
With the same goal.
Do you hear me? We will fight for us!
We're going that way.
The crowd of peaceful protesters marched from the courthouse to City Hall and back.
No justice!
No racism!
Asking for money to be moved from the sheriff's office's funds.
Money for social workers, not police.
And invested in the community.
The people united.
Asking for the charges against peaceful protesters to be dropped.
Drop the charge.
Those from May 31st protests were, but not from May 30th.
Convict! Send those killer cops to jail!
Asking for officers involved in officer-involved shootings that resulted in killings to be indicted.
We don't get it.
And for the state attorney's office to release body camera video related to officer-involved shootings.
Justice for Jamie!
This week, the state attorney's office announced it would handle the release of body camera footage regarding officer-involved shootings.
The family still deserve to see those body cam footage, and we haven't been given a definite date on when that will be released.
Because we're going to crush the very structure.
Families like Reginald Boston's.
And I decree you will not get no rest.
Boston was killed in an officer-involved shooting in January.
I want to know what happened.
A march calling upon leaders to take more action.
No justice.
No peace!
A call for action that most say they don't see ending anytime soon.
There's something happening. This is not just a moment. This is a movement. This is a revolution.
Laura Shook waits for her husband.
You have no idea.
It has been 3 weeks since she's seen him since he came to Baptist South diagnosed with COVID-19. Minutes later, the moment she and her husband weren't sure would come. 72-year-old Karshuk wheeled out the doors a COVID-19 survivor, surviving the virus after 15 days on a ventilator.
You gotta believe in the power of prayer. That's all I can say, because everything was against me. With my age, health status, I pulled a miracle, truly.
Doctors use hydroxychloroquine, zinc, and zithromycin to help Carl fight the virus, but Carl is used to fighting.
He's a lung cancer survivor.
Beating another deadly disease just a few years ago. How are you going to remember this day?
I think I'll remember this day as how warm and caring on the way down in the hallway by the elevators. They had a whole line of staff that were cheering, and they made up this sign before me. God bless you all.
And we'll continue to pray for them.
We certainly will. We certainly will.
As he gets in the car to head home, a place so many of us are right now, Carl knows what he'll do when he gets there.
I'll probably illegally sneak a hug from my wife.
Oh, I forgot about that.
from 6 feet away.
Grateful for another chance at life.
This Good Friday.
On Good Friday.
On Good Friday of Holy Week.
He's our Easter miracle. Yeah.